It's big, it's bold, and it's all Asian. There's something not quite right in that sentence, isn't there? Well, it may sound wrong, but it's a fact that it isn't the Yanks, but the Asian manufacturers that have cornered the market in the big, and I mean big, off-roaders. If Kings Road cruisers are not for you, then say hello to the Isuzu Trooper. This is serious size, and even its name makes me nervous. Now, the off-road market has been steadily growing for the past 10 years, and it's now incredibly varied. The purists who like their 4x4s war-torn, battered and very muddy said the craze would never last, but it has. And now we're spoilt for choice when it comes to vehicles that let us see over hedges, or if the mood takes us, drive straight through them. And the Trooper looks as though it would have no problems driving through a whole forest if it had to. The sheer size of this thing is incredible. It's absolutely immense. But the changes to the styling mean that it's also quite a handsome brute. There are two versions of the new Trooper, a long and a short wheelbase. Each comes in a 3-litre diesel or a 3.5-litre petrol version, and there are also 3 trim levels. Prices range from £19,000 to £26,500. This is the long wheelbase 3-litre diesel duty, and it'll set you back £23,500. Now, of the 3 trim levels that are on offer, the duty is the middle of the range, and I actually think that it's the best value. Along with the basics, you get some little extras thrown in: an electrics package, alloy wheels, a passenger airbag, remote central locking, and if your family demands it, you can even have a 3rd row of seating fitted back here. Looking around the interior, I have to say that I found the Trooper's major flaw. It looks pretty miserable and old-fashioned. There's far too much horrible, cheap-looking plastic, and the interior upholstery is just awful. But one thing I can't moan about is space. There's plenty of space for both the driver and the passengers, and the seats are very comfortable. But let's get back to the 3-litre diesel that powers the Trooper along, because this ain't any old diesel. It's a new development in diesel engines, known as the common rail diesel, and it's the first time it's been on sale in the UK. So what benefits will you feel? Well, it offers a more controlled and efficient combustion compared to the direct injection, which means you get plenty of torque, even in quite low revs, making the driving experience far more fun than in the diesels of old. Another new feature on the Trooper is shift on the fly. And here comes the science bit. It's all to do with the 4-wheel drive system. When you're driving along normally, the power will go to the rear wheels. However, if the conditions change and you need the 4-wheel drive capabilities, all you need to do is flick a switch and hey presto, you're in an off-road monster capable of tackling bogs and boulders with delight. But having that kind of ability off-road, of course, can mean problems when we get the vehicles onto the tarmac that they're normally driven on. They can hack it on the tough stuff all right, but they wallow and they wobble their way around the slightest sniff of a bend on a normal road. Not the Trooper. It now has a wider track, different springs and beefier anti-roll bars. It feels solid and steady with very strong direct steering. The new diesel power plant is quiet even at high speeds. This 3-litre has a top speed of 100 miles per hour. And fuel economy is also pretty good. Government figures show around 31.4 around town. For such a huge brute, the Trooper really is amazingly easy to drive. You very quickly feel confident and at home behind the wheel. I love its road presence. It really isn't as brash or as flash as some of the other off-roaders in the market. And I also love the fact that its size means you get a great view of everything that's going on around you. The only problem I found with that was the first time I tried to squeeze this thing into the tiniest of spaces at the supermarket. Still, you get used to that pretty quickly, and there's plenty of space for the shopping, and the kids, and the dog, and yes, even the kitchen sink.